Michael Spinks, the boxing legend who once earned $13.5 million in just 91 seconds, now lives with slurred speech and financial ruin at 69 years old. But before we dive into his struggles, let's talk about the incredible champion he was and the strength he showed both inside and outside the ring. Born on November 3, 1956 in St. Louis, Missouri, Michael Spinks grew up as the younger brother of Leon Spinks, who would later become a celebrated heavyweight champion. While some might think growing up in his brother's shadow would be tough, Michael quietly built his own amazing reputation in amateur boxing. His amateur career started in 1974, and he quickly became a force to be reckoned with. He won the 156-pound light middleweight championship and grabbed a silver medal at the National Amateur Athletic Union 165-pound championship in 1975. The following year marked his rise to national fame when he won both the National Golden Gloves Middleweight Championship and the United States Olympic Trials Middleweight Championship, earning him a spot on the 1976 U.S. Olympic boxing team. He finished his amateur career with an incredible record of 93 wins in just 7 losses. At the 1976 Summer Olympics in Montreal, Spinks made history by winning the gold medal in the middleweight division. His path to the final was quite lucky, as he got a bye and 2 wins by walkover, meaning he only had to actually box 2 opponents to win gold. In the final, he beat Rufat Riskiev of the Soviet Union. This victory was special not just for him, but for his whole family. He and his brother Leon became the first pair of brothers to win gold medals in the same sport at the same Olympics. After his Olympic win, when most gold medalists get rich endorsement deals, Spinks took a different path. He returned to St. Louis and worked odd jobs, including at a chemical factory where he scrubbed floors and cleaned toilets. This humble period shows his grounded character. It wasn't until 1977 that boxing promoter Ronald Butch Lewis convinced him to turn professional. Michael Spinks' professional career began as a methodical rise to greatness. He went on an incredible undefeated streak that lasted over a decade. Before his final fight, his record was perfect. 31 wins and 0 losses, with 21 victories coming by knockout. Spinks' fighting style was unique and puzzling to his opponents. People described him as awkward because he threw punches from unpredictable angles. His most dangerous weapon was his devastating right hand, which earned the nickname the Spinks Jinx. This unusual blend of strange movement and knockout power made him incredibly dangerous in the ring. His career really took off in March 1981 when he knocked out Marvin Johnson in the 4th round, earning him a shot at the World Boxing Association Light Heavyweight Championship. He successfully won the title and defended it against several opponents. The biggest moment came in March 1983 when he faced Dwight Muhammad Qawi in a unification fight for both the WBA and World Boxing Council light heavyweight titles. The fight was a brutal 15-round contest, and Spinks won by unanimous decision, making him the undisputed light heavyweight champion. But this victory meant so much more when you know what was happening in his personal life. The Qawi fight happened just 2 months after his wife, Sandy Massey, died tragically in a car crash in January 1983. This devastating event left him as a single father to their 2-year-old daughter, Michelle. A heartbreaking detail from that time shows the emotional burden he carried. While in his dressing room before the Qawi fight, his daughter asked him if her mother would be coming to watch the match. The fact that Spinks could overcome such terrible grief and still dominate a 15-round championship fight shows incredible mental strength that goes way beyond just being a good athlete. His victory over Qawi wasn't just a boxing milestone, but proof of the human ability to keep going even after unimaginable loss. Then Spinks made a bold decision that would define his legacy. After dominating the light heavyweight division, he decided to move up to heavyweight. This was incredibly risky because 13 previous light heavyweight champions had tried and failed to win the heavyweight title. His chance came in September 1985 when he challenged Larry Holmes, the long-reigning heavyweight champion. Holmes came into the ring with a perfect 48-0 record, just 1 win away from tying Rocky Marciano's famous undefeated record of 49-0. Spinks was the smaller man and was a huge 6-1 underdog. Even though he had gained 25 pounds to move up in weight, he still entered the fight at 200 pounds compared to Holmes's 221.5 pounds. The first Holmes-Spinks fight was called History, a September to Remember. It was a masterclass in technical skill and smart boxing. While Holmes used his powerful jab early on, Spinks used his unpredictable movement to throw combinations from unexpected angles, messing up the champion's rhythm. According to HBO Punch statistics, Spinks landed 3 to 18 of 697 punches, which was actually a better connection rate than Holmes. The fight went the full distance, and Spinks won by unanimous decision. The result was controversial, but the official judges gave Spinks the victory. His win was named Upset of the Year by the Ring magazine. Spinks became the first reigning light heavyweight champion to win the heavyweight title. 7 months later, he proved it wasn't luck by beating Holmes again, this time by split decision. The final chapter of Spinks' boxing career was his highly anticipated fight against Mike Tyson on June 27, 1988, in Atlantic City, New Jersey. The event was called Once and For All. The fight broke financial records, becoming the richest fight in boxing history at that time, making about $70 million total. Spinks' share was an amazing $13.5 million. However, the actual fight was shockingly brief. Tyson attacked Spinks from the opening bell, landing a powerful left hook in the first 10 seconds. After just 91 seconds, Tyson won by knockout. Spinks was knocked down twice and couldn't get up from the second knockdown. The entire fight lasted only 10 punches. Later, Spinks gave a rare look into his mindset before the fight, admitting that fear was knocking at my door big time. This honest admission shows the incredible psychological pressure of facing someone like Tyson. The loss to Tyson was the only defeat of Michael Spinks' professional career. He retired from boxing a month later with a final record of 31 wins and 1 loss. In 1994, he was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. But Michael Spinks faced serious challenges outside the ring too. In January 1983, just 2 days before his wife's death, he was arrested on an illegal weapons charge after a police chase when he allegedly ran a red light. A .45 caliber revolver with 6 spent cartridges was found in his car. The weapon had been reported stolen in Toronto in 1975. He pleaded guilty and was fined $700 but didn't go to jail. Years later, in November 1988, after retiring from boxing, Spinks was convicted of drunk driving. The charge came from a March 1987 incident when his car crashed into trees near his home. Spinks said he had swerved to avoid another car and that despite drinking 3 glasses of cognac, he didn't feel drunk. His blood alcohol test measured 0.13%. Despite his defense, a jury found him guilty, and he had to pay a fine and complete a drinking course. For years after retirement, Michael Spinks was seen as one of the few top boxers who left the sport with both his health and money intact. However, this image was sadly destroyed by events in his later life. Spinks has been in court over the alleged loss of a $24 million fortune. In 2011, after his longtime manager Butch Lewis died, Spinks sued Lewis's estate in Delaware court. The lawsuit claimed that Lewis had failed to properly manage Spinks' career earnings and had used Spinks' money for his own personal expenses. The lawsuit also named Robert L. Johnson, founder of Black Entertainment Television, as a defendant. According to court papers, after Lewis died, Johnson and another lawyer allegedly stopped making payments to Spinks without telling him. This loss of income caused his health insurance to end and left him with crushing monthly bills of up to $50,000. To pay these bills, Spinks was forced to use his pension and retirement funds, which caused him to pay significant taxes and penalties. Spinks ultimately lost this lawsuit. The results of the alleged financial mismanagement are both tragic and far-reaching. The claimed loss of his fortune and the burden of $50,000 monthly bills put Spinks in financial danger, forcing him to use up his retirement savings. Making matters worse, his health insurance ended at a time when, as of the 2020s, he has shown signs of slurred speech. Michael Spinks' story is complex and doesn't fit into simple categories. While he'll always be remembered as a boxing master and undefeated champion, his legacy isn't complete without understanding the deep hardships he faced outside the ring. The difference between his incredible professional career and the personal struggles that followed is striking and moving. His athletic achievements prove his unique talent and unbreakable strength. His Olympic gold medal, his historic defeat of Larry Holmes, and his reign as undisputed light heavyweight champion all show his status as an all-time great. Yet his story is also a warning about the unseen battles that follow a life of athletic glory. The tragic loss of his wife and the later legal and financial fights show a life marked by deep personal pain and alleged betrayal. The fact that a man who earned a record-setting $13.5 million from one fight could later need to use his retirement funds to pay bills is a powerful example of the problems that often affect boxing. Ultimately, Spinks' legacy is defined not just by his victories, but by the strength he showed in a life filled with incredible highs and heartbreaking lows.